So, consideration. It's been coming to me. Consideration. What are we considering? What does consideration entail? What does it mean to you? What are you considering? And why do you want to be considered? Because consideration sounds nice, right? It could feel great for somebody to consider your feelings, right? But why let that part be the greatness? Why not consider your feelings yourself? Why not take responsibility for how you feel? Why not become free of the triggers that could make you feel outside of your happy place? Why not take the time to do those things? It takes some introspection. It takes walking through some falsehoods and truths, and that's going to feel like a death and rebirth. It takes those things. And it could feel like that if you allow yourself to have it feel like that. Or it could feel like anything you want it to feel. That's what I'm coming to realize. So I listened to people who told me about the phoenix and death and rebirth, and that's what it felt like I was going through. Trying to get some sun on the places that wasn't getting no sun. Well, not the same amount of sun. I look all golden. So, when you are responsible for yourself, responsible for your own feelings, responsible for the way that you show up, responsible for your life, it's not just responsible for paying your bills or responsible for eating or drinking. You're responsible for your thoughts, for your words, for your actions. You're responsible for all those things. And you know how many thoughts we have in a day? Yeah, you're responsible for each and every one of them. Right? Right. That can be a big task, but it's yours. They're your thoughts. Some people would like to tell you that they're not. They want you to slow down your thoughts. And that is a good vehicle. It's a good vehicle to slow down so that you can listen to yourself. And not the thoughts of fear, but the thoughts that exist in love, if you choose to, because all of it's your choice. So I'm here making new agreements. I want new choices. I don't want what I was told is the way to health or freedom. I don't want it. I want to see how my innate, my selves, I want to see what they guide me to. And I want to let go of any narrative before my choice for me in this moment. And I get to do it. I get to do it the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. I get to show up differently all the time. I get to. And I get to, I do. We all do. But the thing is that if you think you're going to control how I show up and I'm showing up differently, then you want to stifle me. You want to put an umbrella over my sun, and I can't let it happen. I won't. I already lived like that. It did not serve me. Well, it no longer serves me. How about that? If it did serve me, it served a grand purpose in my life. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It just no longer serves me to think or feel those ways. And so I can let go of those things and move forward. And it would seem like an easy thing to do, but when you are stuck in a place here and it's attached to here and back there, you really can be stuck. And it can take some momentum to get to move you forward. And it really is all you, all yours. And what I'm saying is that I choose to see myself reflected as perfection. I choose to believe that I am perfect, that I've always been perfect, but I was led to believe for perfect reasons that I was imperfect so that I could experience imperfection as perfect person. I could have the experience, the insight, I could have the compassion for imperfect people. Because we are all here in different levels of consciousness. So me being where I am right now is because of what I went through. So now being more open to how love is made. If that don't look like love making, I don't know what do. You tell me. I'm more open to ways that love is shown, love is made, love is given, love is shared. More ways to the best of the best of the best of the very best showing up for me. So that as one door closes, I know that's not the one I was supposed to go in. Thank you. Or I'm now out of it. Thank you. And then I can proceed into what's the grandest. Because I ain't got to sneak in it. I ain't got to shrink myself. I don't have to. I'm already enough for every door that belongs to me. Every single one of them. In this minute, right now, this body, this mind, this heart, my consciousness, I'm already enough. I'm enough for everything. Everything I desire. That's what you gotta realize. And understanding that what you project out of here will, in here, you are the view master. You're the view master. Click that shit. See something different. You want to see something different, see it differently. What? Anyway, little fly came to play. I'm sitting out here talking to these flies and mosquitoes and stuff like, okay, I know. We're creation. We're created. We're the creator. Okay, you're right. You're the same fucking energy that I am. You're right. So I want you on me. Can I open myself to more ways of love getting in? Because even and also if is my new motto. Even if a fly is on shit, it is also if. What if it can make miracles out of shit? What if it could turn whatever it gets from shit into a fucking miracle? What if? And all you see is one part of the aspect. And you missing out on the best part of the whole fucking thing. Because you can't be open to there being more. More than this, that. More than what you've been told. But what you can watch and see for yourself. And so many people are showing you. There's a guy on TikTok. Him and his squirrel. He's, and he's setting up houses and toilets and kitchens and sinks and shopping carts and all that type of stuff. And playing with his squirrel. And some people would find that repulsing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're not open to the idea of it. I remember when my son had a squirrel that he was feeding, my husband made him stop. And my son was like, dang, like I was feeding this squirrel, and all my husband could see was that squirrel could have rabies. That's all that somebody can see. Well, that squirrel could have rabies. And so they're going to fear it even coming up to them, touching them, doing whatever. But what about the magic it can bring? What about the happiness? What about it sharing its life with you? What about those things? What about it? Like, you either see animals as a pet that you can have, that you can put all your emotions on. Look at your pets. Their legs are breaking down. Their hearts are giving up. Like, come on, look at your pets. There's too much emotion to put on them. They have their own. And then you want to say, oh, this is my emotional animal. And I get it. They are, because you need so much help. But you got everything inside of you to get it and do it yourself. You really do. And when you start to believe that, it shows up for you. Somebody else told you that you were weak and that you were separate from God. Somebody else have you believing that you're imperfect. You did not come here knowing, that you had to go to church. When you were born, as you were being made, created, your body, that is, it already knew what to do because it has a connection with Source, with the universe, with God, with Goddess, with whatever you want to call it. It already had inside of it programmed every cosmic wisdom to do what exactly it needed to do to make a human body that grows into an adult, into an old person, to like all the stages that we just in it and just growing. We think, oh, this is what they did, so this is what happens. And so you make those agreements, and that's how it goes. But what I'm saying is, and I don't want to be militant. I try my best to get away from that. So let me come in another way. Because I don't want my voice to come off militant. I don't want the voice in my head to be militant. I want it to be loving, because it has been for a very long time. So I'm trying to, I intend today, again, it is my intention to here we go. It is my intention to release that, to let it go. It is my intention. I don't need to talk to myself in a militant way or anybody else, not to get my point across, because it is love. I ain't got to sing no songs either. I could just be. So with that being said, when you take the time to listen to yourself and you have an infinite connection with yourself, there's no time that connection is broken. It is infinity. You don't need something else to come into your infinity and insert itself so that you can be with your infinity, with your infinite. You're already infinite. It's already there. So when you are born here, like I was saying, and you have this body, you are a newborn baby. You're not in school. You're not at a church. You know what I'm saying? Reading the Bible. You are growing your little perfect body the way that you were intended to grow. Your connection with God already serves all the purpose it needs to in growing you and taking care of you, providing air for you. Everything you could possibly need is already provided for. But then we say we need somebody else to connect us to the connection that we born with. We're born with the connection. We are the connection. We are the connection. We are the channel. We are it. We are Source. We are. And the sooner people realize that, the more responsibility each person will take for themselves, and nobody would have to consider somebody else's feelings, because nobody would just be getting their feelings hurt, because nobody else can hurt your feelings. They're your feelings. You are the one that's in control of them. And if you give away your power, then yeah, somebody can hurt your feelings if you give away your power, but you're in control of giving away your power. It is something that somebody told us that we should want all the time. We should want consideration for our feelings. Well, if you're in your sickness, if you're in your weakness, then yes, you will want consideration for your feelings. You will. But when you are showing up as somebody that is responsible for those feelings, responsible for their emotions, responsible for themselves, in their emotional intelligence, that person already understands that nothing nobody does is personal. So their feelings not going to be hurt over no bullshit that somebody else does, somebody else says, somebody else, whatever. It's not personal. It did not come from source, me. So if it did not come from me, from source, why would I be upset about it? It came from a different part of me, that source. So why would I be upset about that? That part of me, that source over there, is experiencing what it's going through. It is, source is living, experiencing, and seeing. So why would I be upset about source on their path over there? That's like saying, I'm mad at this side because I'm over on this side. Right? Ridiculous as fuck. I'm over here. It is beautiful as fuck. I'm not over there. And that part is beautiful. But why would I be mad at anybody that's over there because it's beautiful? If it's your path, it's beautiful over there too. Why am I mad with you? I'm good. My cup is full over here on this path. So why would you be mad with me? Like, if you good, you good.